Good evening. Tonight, the world watches as President Trump prepares for a high-stakes summit with Russian President Vladimir Putin, set to take place in Alaska this Friday. This unexpected meeting, confirmed by both leaders, centers on President Trump's stated goal of negotiating an end to the ongoing war in Ukraine. President Trump expressed confidence, suggesting he'll know within minutes if a deal is possible, citing his proven ability to make deals. However, the Kremlin has been notably reserved in its public comments. Notably absent from these discussions will be Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, a decision raising significant concerns in Kyiv and among European allies. Leaders from the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Poland, Finland, and the European Commission have collectively emphasized that Ukraine's future cannot be decided without its direct involvement. President Trump indicated his initial priority is to assess President Putin's demands, with the aim of facilitating a future meeting between the Russian and Ukrainian leaders, provided acceptable terms emerge. He also plans calls with European leaders and President Zelenskyy before the summit, tentatively scheduled for Wednesday. Ukraine, while appreciating President Trump's peace efforts, remains cautious, with President Zelenskyy warning of potential manipulation by President Putin. President Trump has voiced frustration with Ukraine's constitutional stance on territorial concessions, questioning why Zelenskyy requires approval for land swaps while having the authority for military action. The summit's rapid organization has led to some confusion, particularly regarding discussions between a White House envoy and President Putin last week, leaving many questioning what concessions might have prompted this face-to-face encounter. President Trump has alluded to potential land swapping as part of a compromise, suggesting it would be for the good of Ukraine, while acknowledging potential downsides for both sides. Publicly, Russia's demands remain maximalist, including Ukraine's NATO aspirations and the formal cession of territories. Analysts suggest President Putin may offer minor concessions to keep President Trump engaged in the peace process, a move seen by some Russian supporters as a diplomatic victory. The choice of Alaska, a former part of the Russian Empire, is viewed by Kremlin proponents as symbolically significant, a sentiment inadvertently echoed by President Trump's initial misstatement about traveling to Russia. This summit, postponed potential sanctions, and its strategic location underscore the complex geopolitical dynamics at play. If you like our content, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, News Today.